Anyway, let's talk about the Senate. Let's talk about Joe Biden. So, got an article here. New poll says that a majority of Americans want the Senate to reject Biden's corporate nominees. This is coming from The Jacobin, written by David Sirota. So, as congressional Democrats press Joe Biden to reject investment banking executive Rahm Emanuel's bid to get himself appointed to the cabinet, new polling data obtained by The Daily Poster shows the vast majority of Americans want senators to vote down the presidential nominees who are too closely tied to corporate interests. The Data for Progress survey, sponsored by Demand Progress, found that 60% of respondents believed that Biden appointing corporate executives and lobbyists to his administration would be out of step with his campaign promises. And 68% of respondents believe that if Biden nonetheless puts forward corporate-linked nominees, senators should reject them. That's pretty incredible stuff here. Demand Progress and the Revolving Door Project have been pressing a prospective Biden administration to break with the Clinton and Obama administration's tradition of installing corporate allies in key governmental positions. The groups are poll testing potential nominees with descriptions of their backgrounds to gauge potential public support and opposition for a Biden cabinet. The group's work received a boost when incoming U.S. Rep. Mondaire Jones last week launched a petition calling for Biden to reject Emanuel, who has been floated for transportation secretary or trade representative. That's one of the things. They've got so many of these fucking meme positions. You can basically appoint your whole extended Italian family to these fucking administrations. It's ridiculous. Emanuel left the Chicago mayoralty in disgrace after his administration suppressed video of the police murder of a teenager. Since then, he has become a TV talking head and senior advisor at an investment banking firm that advises big corporations on mega mergers, acquisitions, and restructuring plans. Reps AOC and Jamal Bowman have echoed Jones' demand for Biden to reject Rahm Emanuel. Regardless of what happens with Rahm Emanuel, Joe Biden, has already named 2 cabinet nominees tied to corporate interests, and he is reportedly considering others, right? And then, you can read this whole article yourself, right? But I like to highlight the important bits. I'm not here to be an audiobook person. I should be getting paid for that, right? In a closely divided Senate, opposition to Biden nominees from even a handful of Democratic lawmakers could mean the difference between confirmation and rejection. That potentially gives progressive lawmakers more power in the cabinet selection process. So this is really, the idea here is like, really what you want is someone like Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren, I know I hate her too, right, saying fuck that shit, and then the Republicans still being in QAnon mode and saying we will vote down on every single Biden cabinet member nominee. You might have Susan Collins and Mitt Romney go across there, right? So you might need to poach someone else, like, I don't know, Cory Booker or whatever. Let's get him in there because, Republicans hate that guy. But like, so my point here is like, theoretically, depending on if the Republicans don't do like these things to, push together someone that would obviously benefit their financial agenda, their economic agenda, which they should do if they were smart. But the Republicans right now, they're in free fall. We have no idea how they're going to behave. They could do the classic Mitch McConnell opposition bullshit, or they could just say, fuck it. Let's just get the best we can get. Who knows what's going to happen, right? But, yeah, the idea that a majority of Americans don't want corporate bankster hucksters in the cabinet, that's a duh. Like, you talk to anybody, right? If they know who Rahm Emanuel is, they probably dislike him. Rahm Emanuel, famous for saying that leftists are R words, right? I'm not going to say that because I don't like that word. But that was one of his famous quotes during the Obama administration. Just calling anyone to the left of Adolf Hitler, they're crazy little college kid, dumbass motherfuckers. They don't know jack shit. Just ignore them. The guy's a legit psychopath. And that's what you have to understand here is that the Democratic Party is compromised or composed of psychopaths. It's just that these psychopaths wear a blue tie, right? Now, in the Democratic Party, you might have 5, maybe 10 non-psychopaths. Maybe they're sociopaths instead of psychopaths, like a step up in the hierarchy of what, you want to have in these situations. But my point here is these motherfuckers need a lot of push and a lot of shove. And if someone gets to the Senate nomination, you need to call your senator, tell them to fuck off, do all of that bullshit, because, you know, it might actually work. Who knows? I have no idea. So, there you go.